Moving on to the next one. This is something I was actually kind of anxious for as well. This is the Instant60 PCB by Canon Keys, which is, if not the only, one of the only PCBs that are south-facing. So that's pretty cool. And we are actually gonna replace the PCB that I have here, which is north-facing, with this one. So what I can do is, let's mute the music again. Let's do a quick typing test here, and then we can compare. Oh yeah, this is the Tengen edition. They do have a regular NC edition. So let me do a quick typing test. We have some switches that are going on my next build, which is the Lumina. Those are ink reds. So let's do a quick typing test. So that's what we have so far. Don't sound bad, but keys like the ones that are deep dish, they do sound kind of weird. Look. So let's compare that with what we get when we do the proper south facing. So let me, hold on, let me grab something to put this on top of. And we're gonna crack this open and take it from there. Hold on. Let me just get some water. I'm really thirsty. Yeah. This is the HHKB tofu. That I did some surgery on. Man, and we are right now, it's under 20% humidity here where I live, and it's a huge pain. You have no idea. And I would even consider getting a wind keyless version of this. I really like this idea. Did you get one, Demon? I think you did get, right? An HHKB or wing keyless? Which one? Burgundy. Yeah, I remember now. Beautiful board. And our SPWND Gaming. Thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate that. All right. I am wondering if we can be... it's plateless, part of it. I was trying to like pull it out and then put the other one in, but that's not gonna happen. Which is all good. We'll figure it out. So let me unscrew. I don't use all the screws, because I like the flex. So I'm using like 2 or 3 screws. Two screws. 3. Only. And then we should be able to unplug the switches that are not, and maybe we can just replace it and put it back there. Look at those scars. This kid suffered. Oh, and I just realized that I will have to take the others because they are north facing right now. So there's no use in doing this other than maybe just making it a little bit easier. But we'll have to twist all the switches regardless. So let me pull them out. But now I understand why people don't like this kind of plate. Okay, yeah. It's one of those things that unless you try it, you're not gonna know why. But I'm glad that now you understand. Yeah, it basically makes the switches like sem graça. How would I say that in English? Lose all the fun, in my opinion. It's like is there a word like castration? I don't know. Yeah, the sound is bad. For me, the feeling is also bad. I don't like it at all. I don't even know if that's the word in English, but you see what I mean. It takes all the fun away. Yeah, like the choking, the feel. Yes, exactly. That's what I meant. Bryce Zion. Where is the... Here. Oh, interesting. I have some different different screws on those. I think those were hitting the bottom of the case. That's why I took them. Yeah, I think that's the reason. Alrighty, off to work. I'm gonna keep watching, but I'll be deaf. Love watching work. Man, Bryce Zion, thank you so much for joining us. Love to see you around here, and enjoy work if that's even possible. I hope it is. But have fun. All right, so we have 2 stabs moved over. We're gonna do the final one. Seeing you deal with the stabs, Candy Star sent a duplicated order I did full of stabs and 60% play. And they asked me to keep it. Oh, that's so awesome. That's really awesome, man. There is, you know, the first law of keyboards, right? You can't have, there's no such thing as too many stabs. That's what the psychopath said, right? You can't have too many stabs. That was a bad joke. That's what Hitchcock said. There's no such thing as too many stabs. I feel like it's getting worse. I don't know. I'll stop there. Oh, and I think I used the wrong one. Yeah, let's talk about the weather. Yeah, it seems like it's gonna rain today. Okay, stabs are up. Let's continue to dismantle this. Hey, Morellas7, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. I feel like I'm harvesting some fruit out of a tree. All right, here we go. Maybe I should, you know what I should do? I should separate them first. You know, do one mechanic action at a time in a batch. I think that would make life a little easier. Big brain, big brain. Maybe I should, yeah, so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Hey, the City at Night. How are you, man? Thank you for joining us. We are harvesting some cherries. Good, Morelos. How are you? Never seen you here. How are you? How did you find us? Glad to have you here. Look at that. Thank you so much for the subscription, the City at Night, for 7 months. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Top tier. Yes. There you go. How's it going today? It's going great. It's going really great. So far, I had a couple of meetings at work, and then finally I was going to do like a physical therapy today because I have a groin injury, but the guy canceled on me. So here I am doing what I like the most. It's kind of a mental therapy for me, right? So let me take the opportunity and take those out as well, the mods. Oh, and I just realized that I messed up here because, yeah, this one is going out as well. I'm just getting into the hobby and building them as a hobby, and I've searched for streams like these. Nice! Welcome. Let us know if you have any questions, anything we can help you with. More than glad to help. Man, the groin injury is not fun because it kind of irradiates to my lower back a little bit and a little bit to the knee. And I just did an MRI the other day because I thought it could be something bad. But hopefully and thankfully it was just, a stretch. But I need to do physical therapy. It was my first appointment with the guy. He would go over the evaluation and tell me what needed to be done and what not. But he canceled it, so I'm going probably early next week. What do you think about Gator ink switches? They sound so good. For me, like hands down my favorite switch. I like them, and I like some retooled blacks if you get a good batch. But inks are very consistent, so I am going with inks as my favorite. So I'm all for that. Like the black inks and the red inks, and even the yellow inks. Not a lot of people appreciate them because they have a shorter travel, but I do like them. I really like them, especially if you're doing like a plateless build. I think they are awesome. They sound and feel really good on this kind of board where you have like a plateless build. Really like them, but that's not for everybody, and I understand. So if you're looking like for your first purchase, I would go with the smoke ones, the black ink switches. So silent inks, for me, it's kind of I can't say much because and I just pulled this wrong. So I was not a big fan of silent switches before. So I didn't even try the ones that I bought. So, but now I started liking more, even the Xylants and the Helios and whatnot. So I need to reevaluate that. I don't know if anyone in chat has an opinion on that, which I think will be better than mine. Best tofu. Yes. I mean, best and worst at the same time because I beat the shit out of it. Every silent switch I have tried has excessive scratchiness, and you can't get rid of that, unfortunately, completely. I think some part of the scratchiness don't come from the stem itself. I think it comes from the sound absorption, rubber, and whatever. I don't know for sure, but I have a suspicion, because you can't get rid of the scratch 100%. But some are better than others. I am really enjoying my Xilinx V2 build, and I'm really enjoying some of my Helios builds as well. So I think it's a good trade-off. Especially I use them mostly if I have integrated plate, because I hate integrated plate. And I think if you use silent switches, it kind of fixes the integrated plate. So that's my main use for silent switches so far. Yeah, not worth it. For me, I only think they're worth it in this case. If I'm using, if I want to fix an integrated plate. Here we go. Let me screw back. Okay, so we're good. Let me put those screws back. I had some inks and silent inks for a while, and I'm gonna try them. Yeah, that will be, in my opinion, the perfect board for them. But do loop them. If you have 205, they are pretty nice with 205, I think. For me, the perfection is a mix of 205 and 105. That's my go-to rate. All right, let's continue adding the switches. Now we can even do the ones that are this one here. I'm probably doing either silent inks or Helios on my Prime E as well. Really looking forward for the Prime E. I really like the layout. I have the acrylic one, and it's a lot of fun. So I was, at the beginning of the stream, I was talking about plans for the weekend, that I wanted to see the Joker movie, but I think it's going to be so crowded that I may wait another week to see it, to watch it. Is it open for you guys already in US? I think so, right? For a little time. Did any of you watch it? Oh, that's fine. I will watch it next week. Okay, yeah. I think you have the same plan as I do. I don't want to go there with, you know, it's just a pain to go, and it's so crowded. Hard to get tickets and whatnot. So yeah, I may wait another week. The thing is, here in Brazil, like all the theaters are showing that. There is only like one or two other options. I just love south-facing hot swap so much more than north-facing. In communist Brazil, we watch the movie. Yes. The movie watches us. Look at that, Gondo Lindgren is here. Hey, Gondo. Howdy. We are replacing the PCB that I had on my HHKB tofu. And we're doing this proper south-facing PCB, which is way better than the one I had here before. Yeah, I really like red inks very much. Oops. Did I mess up? Yeah. All right, so the new PCB is on. Let me just screw the case and then we're gonna add the... This case always have a little bit of a problem with the USB-C. So sometimes it's kind of tricky to align it, but in the end it works. Oh, and I don't know what happened to this screw, but we're not gonna stop because of a lack of one screw. Here we go. Hey, I guess I'm sub now. Yes, it was Visionaire. Visionaire gift sub the like 5 subscriptions. Visionaire is the man. Thank you again, Visionaire. Okie dokie, so now it's just a matter of adding the caps and testing it. All right, so let me... my way. The Rama switch puller is way better than the green handled one. Just got mine on the mail yesterday. Yeah, I should be getting mine in 1 or 2 weeks, hopefully. And I think it will be amazing, yeah. So one thing that I obviously see is that not only it has underglow, but it has per key RGB, which is pretty nice. So we get lights to the bottom and lights to the top. That's awesome. Okay. So that makes me like it already. So let's type something. Let me open up something very complex like Notepad. So I can type something and we can... Oh yeah, like sometimes you cannot avoid having hot swap, right? But since you have to have it, why not pick the one that has... Oh, enter is not working. Why not pick the one that has all those features and on top of that it's south facing? I got it because it's south facing, but all the extras are very welcome. Oh, nice. This pin is bent. Let's just get another one for now. Like this board here, I want it to be hot swap because this is gonna be my go-to switch tester PCB. So let me just see if the enter works now. Yes, it does. It's cheaper than the HS60. I got one for my MT. Yeah, I had issues with the HS60. So I'm not getting that any longer. All right, time for the truth. Let me pause the music real fast. Have you ever used self-made keycaps out of resin? I'm thinking of making some myself and work afterwards. I never did it. Never did it. And I don't know much about resin to have a say on that. If anyone in chat knows. Okay, let me type. Okay, I barely started and it feels like a different keyboard sound-wise. It's incredible what a difference this makes. I don't know if you guys can hear it on the stream, but look, those keys, they sound completely different. It is more clacky and more crisp, like in a way that you can, sometimes when you're typing, like you can really distinguish the sound of the switch. And with this change, it feels like I can finally hear the sounds of the red inks like way more clear. I don't know if that makes sense. It feels like I feel like I'm talking about wine and that people that talk about wine, but you can kind of distinguish the switch feel and the sound of it. So that's very cool. Hey Ron, yes, a live broadcast. How are you? It would be better if I put those things in me. All right, one thing that I need to do is to program this guy. Maybe we can do it together. Let's do it. Let me show you how I do my stuff in QMK. Maybe that's it's a good tutorial for you people. Let's see, for those, I don't know if anybody. So this is the software for my pedal that I used to change the scene. So let's see if I can real quick have a new tab here, new console dialog. There we go. So let's go to QMK. Oh, and it's gonna be tricky to use this keyboard because it's not programmed. Hold on. Let's use this guy instead. This guy here. But this is this is not USB-C. Let me plug it on. Here we go. Let's go back to the screen sharing. Is this without a plate? You mean yes, it's the way I did my HHKB, it was integrated plate, but I basically use the Dremel to make it half plate. But I can show you that in a second. So we're gonna go into my code folder and into my QMK folder. Then the first thing that I do, let me do a git pull, so I get the last changes that I've made. And the first thing that I do is copy. So we're using keyboards. We need Canon keys, Instant60, and then we're gonna copy the key map, the default one into same thing, just oops. Continue, cancel. Hold on. So we're gonna copy this and paste this, and then we're gonna make it Mr. Keeps. And we do need the -R here. Then we're gonna open up VS Code, but it's on the wrong. There we go. So now we're I'm gonna close it. Like, hold on. Don't save. Escalator. Okay, so now we're gonna try to open Instant60, Mr. Keeps key map. There we go. All right, let's see what we have here. Hey, Gondo, look at that. Thank you so much for the 100 cheers. 100 bits. So we're gonna redo this. Let me get... this screen is so small. Which other HHKB I have? I have the DZ60 Mr. Keeps. HHKB when we knocked. I think this is a good one. Let's try to copy this layout here. Let's copy this. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm copying this layout. Oh, did I close the other one? I don't get it. Instant60 Mr. Keeps key map. Okay. And we're basically gonna paste that here, but we're not gonna use the NC. So let me see which other one. How do you get the nicely formatted comment on layout? There is a utility to do that. I can look it up for you later. Enemy's friend, remind me. Gotta go work, but you guys know where to find me. Absolutely. Thank you for joining, Gondo. So I just need to change this. I don't want the... Let's see, instant60.c. Bring up the H. Sengan HHKB, that's the one I want. Tab. So here we'll have, I think that's it. Let me grab the other one. We're gonna do base, win, control. Yeah, I think those three are fine. Maybe we'll just copy and paste everything here. That may be faster. Okay. So now I need to define are we... Did the stream stop again? Oh, okay. I saw the F from Talisman and I thought that was because of that. Okay. Good, good, good. Okay, thank you guys. I really thought that it had issues again. So let's take this out. And here are the stuff that I use. Let me save this. Let's see if we can compile this. Let's see. Make Canon keys, Instant60, Mr. Keeps. It's very likely that oh, what the heck? So I won't be able to make this on this computer. All right, I can do that later. All right, let me go back to my